Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another weekly market update. And in today's video, I want to give you guys an update on the market from a technical perspective, and I also want to bring to your attention something very interesting. Another one of those dodgy stuff that I've seen on Facebook, and I just want to share my experience with you guys so you can learn from that as well. If you are new to the channel, a sub would be appreciated, as I provide valuable educational content on a daily basis. And if you enjoy the content, please do consider smashing that thumbs up button. Then let's try and get the video to at least 100 likes. Now, the first thing we're going to do is do a breakdown from a technical perspective. So based off the last breakdown that I did, I have told you guys that if we can get a clear break above this consolidation phase, we can definitely expect a break and the pullback. That is exactly what the market had given us. Now, I do expect the dollar index to obviously continue higher from where it is now. We do have the unemployment claims that's coming through today. If you are new here, the unemployment claims is basically like the UIF that we get in South Africa. If you lose your job, that data is used to kind of not forecast, but you can kind of look at where the NFP data is gonna go. If this unemployment claims does go up week over week as we lead up to the NFP, then that means NFP can be seen as lower, unemployment can be seen as higher, and vice versa. Now, obviously, the move to the dollar is going to continue, as I said before. So this is what I anticipated for the dollar index. Gold is now expected to correct itself. If you have followed the previous breakdown, you would have seen I've anticipated all of these moves the last time I spoke about this. So just go back to the previous breakdown before this one. Gold obviously over here broke above this level of resistance. We can expect it to come back to test it as support. So I do expect a pullback on gold from that level there as well, because I did say if you do get a break above this consolidation phase, we can expect a pullback before that continuation to the upside. Yeah, let me also next up we've got the NASDAQ 100. The NASDAQ, obviously, let me zoom in here. Yeah, the NASDAQ obviously basically started this correction. The weekly time frame is going to tell us a little bit more. So weekly time frame, market printed the resistance at this level. This is where I expect the NASDAQ to pull back to before giving us a further continuation to the upside. The NASDAQ's obviously started this massive rejection at 15,900. I would say the best thing to do over here is we've got structure around this area. If we're gonna go into the 4-hour range, then and we look at structure, you can see the NASDAQ on a 4-hour time frame is stuck between these two structural levels over here. First, we've got a market that printed resistance, broke above resistance, tested it as support, broke below support, and we're now sitting at that level as resistance. Now, for those of you that obviously trade these types of market, it's very important that you wait. This is the 4-hour, because the structure is not as clear on the daily for me. So this is basically how I would approach it from a technical perspective. The Dow Jones over here, what we have, the Dow Jones printed on the daily time frame, it's also started the pullback. So we have a massive pullback here to the downside for the Dow Jones to come and complete this move here as well. However, we also have a market that basically printed this long wick and this candle. Normally when you get a body to wick ratio of 50%, you normally expect the next candle to fill in the wick, because this wick that you see here is normally an impulse correction and before a continuation. What that means is, if you go onto the 4-hour time frame, you'll see exactly here there's an impulse correction. You always expect this move to the upside, but because of the Dow Jones being overbought, I do expect a pullback. It's just about monitoring that price action on lower time frames and waiting for that perfect moment there as well. Any questions? Thank you, sir. Thank you. As always, on point. Your analysis soup was hot and liquor watching your video. Glad you enjoyed it. As always, you're one of the top you are one of the top things, sir. Your content is always on point. Can you do a breakdown on gold? I think I did that, and this is the update to that. No problem. That is it. Now, what I want to point you guys' attention to very quickly is basically this thing that I've seen right this year. Okay, so I've been scrolling through. The other one basically was there now, but it disappeared. But this is normally these types of ads that's coming up on Facebook. Now remember, these scammers out there, they like to aggressively run their ads all over social media to attract consumers. Now, this is basically supposed to be a debt consolidation advertisement, right? Now, what happened was I scrolled through this before I just did the video because I was just scrolling through it. One thing I realized that there's something that was very fishy about this. Now, we know it. We have parents, we have friends who's in debt, and they always look for a way to basically consolidate their debt. And the place that we spend a lot of time on is normally on Facebook. And this is just so that you can warn them. As I said before, this is not a scam exposer YouTube channel. It's not about that. But I hate scammers. I hate dishonesty, and I hate scammers also. So this is just to create awareness. So if you have a conversation at the braai next time, then your friend says, yo, I saw that ad on, I saw this thing I applied for. Just tell them that you just stay away from it as well. So basically this triggered my attention. This is the one, the Finance Daily. You can see there it says this is a government allow legal debt write-offs. Finance Daily. This is also Finance Daily. So we're going to focus on this one over here. Now, this thing is obviously being painted. It says here, if you are in debt, it's not just your finances that are suffering. Debt can also have a massive impact on your mental health, leading to anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. But there is help available. Now, one thing I've learned is that it's very easy to sell on emotion. Is when you are speaking to someone and you directly speaking to them from an emotional perspective. This gentleman is then also, if you look at his eyes, right, you can see he's not facing directly to the camera, and you can clearly see that he's reading off if you look at his eyes, you can see that he's not reading, he's not telling you what he wants to tell you. He's basically reading the script from somewhere, and that kind of made me to think, okay, what is here that I need to go and investigate? Normally they have the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, on here saying that the government has been granting people for debt. So I was like, let me go and have a look at the website. The website is going to tell me, and upon opening the website, I already knew that this was not what it said it was supposed to be. But then I decided to dig a little deeper. The problem with this is, firstly, is that, remember, in terms of the phase legislation, okay, in terms of advertising, as per the General Code of Conduct, right, advertisements or advertisements, this is a ad. This ad is misleading people. It says that ads should not be misleading, and it should also not be stated in a way that's going to make the client have made a different decision if they find out exactly what the actual thing is that you were selling. So for instance, if you buy a car and they're advertising it at up to, it says there that we can help you get a 5% interest on your car, but you get there and they tell you, no, it's actually up to 5% and we are actually going to give you 10%. That would have, if they told you that in the beginning, you would have not made that decision. Now, ads should not be placed in a way that would have made a different decision if it was being upfront and honest with you. So we move along over to the website. The first thing that threw me off about this website is that everything about this website just basically sounds fake. Because how do you get 4.9 stars by 27,000 satisfied customers? You should be doing a phenomenal job there, firstly. Secondly, that says here they were featured in all of these newspapers, and there's no links to basically verify where you can just click on it and then you can just go to it. So you can't click on any of these links as well. This tells me it's another fake. Also keep in mind there is different ads being run, or that they run on Facebook, but they all have the same website link. It's all the same, nothing is different, it's all the same in there as well. Basically, then you get to this point, right? It says your information is secure, but the website is not secure. So how is my information secured if the website itself is your connection to the site is not secured? But they're saying, again, fake, false information. Improve your credit score. Firstly, when you do apply for a credit, if you do apply for debt consolidation, you are basically being your credit score or your credit profile is being put on hold while you are under debt review. And once you have come out of debt review, then they will then open your profile again. Another misleading story over here. It says here no hidden costs here as well. They want you to complete that survey, and we're going to come back to that survey very shortly. And yeah, it's basically, it says you reduce your monthly payments, avoid debt collection, and reclaim your peace of mind. Yeah, okay, but debt consolidation will be collecting debt on your behalf if they are legit as well. Now, this article was basically written by this finance writer, Henry Lowe, and the date that it was published, if I am correct, it says here 20th of July 2023, 8 minutes past 2. Which is basically exactly a few minutes ago. However, if you do look at the JavaScripting on the page, you can see that the script is basically, the script will go fetch the date and time of whatever date it is that you're coming to visit the website, so that it looks like it was written on the day and time that you came to visit the website. You see there it says 20 July 2023, 8 minutes past 2. If I click refresh, you'll see there now it's 12 minutes past 2. So the idea here is to make it seem as if the article was probably published the day, the time that you came to visit it, so that you don't have to think, oh, this is so out of date as well. Red flag. Next up, you can see here, they say that so now more and more are turning up to a solution that could reduce up to 60% of your monthly repayment debt. Again, stop legal action now. Legal action basically takes you back to that. If you scroll further down, here is another misleading another misleading message that says here thousands of people are having up to 63% of their debt forgiven. Again, the 63% is a reference that they are making basically to what they told you before. This was not written by News24. You can go there 33 minutes ago. You can go there and scroll all the way down. You'll see you won't find that there. Other than that, then they tell you all of these stuff here that is not related to it. Then it says here, don't just take our word for it. Here's what one of our satisfied clients has to say. Now, keep in mind that this is a verified customer, but the problem is Google does not really seem to agree that this is a verified customer, because using Google Lens, we can see this was basically a photo that was taken from a website that is located. There you go. Right? So this is that gentleman. So another misleading advertise or another misleading thing that they have used, because you can see over here this company is an American occupational therapy association, and you can see that they are located on the other side of the world. Again, misleading information, and it says here this is a verified customer. Now, what would the NCC say about this verified customer? Any case, if you go further more to the downside, they'll tell you here you may be referred to our NCR registered provider if we feel that whatever the case is. Now, here's a couple of things missing over here, right? There's no NCR number that they are registered themselves, and then secondly, there's also no license number in terms of if they had to be regulated also. Now, We're going to continue here to the contact us page, which is even more scary. If you click on the contact us page, there's basically nothing that you have to fill in over there. It's just empty. Now, here again, they go again and say that 63%, and they go through that same thing, right? They also say that you are more than happy to contact the NCR and hear about that and blah, 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 right? Now, if we go to the privacy policies, where things does become a little interesting. Now, it says here, the privacy policy was last updated in November 2022. Now, remember, before we go here, right, when we go back here, you can see here, if we go, if you complete this, you just say yes, you just say less than 50. We cannot assist at that time. I think it's because I said, do you currently have outstanding debt? Yes, I do. I earn less than 50. Let's see. We cannot assist you. Review income aids based on your answers in the survey. We cannot assist you. Let's see. Do you currently have any outstanding debts? Yes, I do. Do you earn less than 50K? You need to have a minimum total debt. Okay, I see. What's your current employment status? I am self-employed. What is your monthly income? Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, cool. Right, so congratulations, you qualify for our powerful new debt solution. So you are going to complete this as they want you to, right? By now you should know that this is all fake. So you go bend over bending@gmail.com, and they will do that. Then we go 089 and we just put in a random number over there. They just need it to be 10 numbers if I am correct. Okay, well, what have we got here? 083 123 4 5 6 7 8 9. Oh, how many numbers is this? 3 6 9. There, that should be cool. We say morning. Sorry, I was a bit quick there. Let me just, there's something I want to show you guys basically on this page, right? So if you go at the end of the page, right, you'll see there at the end of the page, it will tell you exactly something over there. Here, we just do that and we say next. When we say, yeah, your privacy is our priority. We respect your privacy and assure you that the details you have shared with us, they will only be used to provide you with the personalized assistant, and it will not be shared with third parties. Okay? It will not be shared with third parties. Now, we go over to the privacy policy over here, right? That says the collection of data. We collect personal data about you when you give it to us explicitly. When you give it to us or explicitly consent for it to be given to us, this generally occurs when you complete an online form, survey, or questionnaire, in which case you have chosen to consent to collection and subsequent sale of your personal data. Okay? The use of your data. We sell your personal data to our clients who may use your personal information. Okay, now I'm not going to read through the entire thing because that's the only thing you need to know. So by now, you probably made sense of this entire thing that I've been able to take you through. It is important that you always research things that you want to put your money into or things that you want to sign up to. This is a very big thing that I was hoping would have been picked up by the NCC a long time ago, the NCR, because why these people are running different images. It's the same scam, the same website with different photos of the president, all misleading the public on that as well. They have false customers and all of that stuff. Guys, please make sure that you are safe. And if you do have any person that spends a lot of time on Facebook, make sure to pass on the information. That is it from my side, guys. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, smash that thumbs up button. Thank you for your time. Cheers for the years.